In this presentation, we are going to talk about understanding stress, how our bodies manage stress, and we will also discuss how smoking impacts stress and what that may look like for our pivoters. Stress is an emotional experience accompanied by predictable biomechanical, physiological, and behavioral changes. Some stress can be beneficial at times, producing a boost that provides the drive and energy to help people to get through situations like exams or work deadlines. Extreme amount of stress, chronic stress, can have health consequences and adversely affect on the immune, cardiovascular, neuroendocrine, and central nervous system. There are two types of stressors, those outside the person and those that are more within the person. Examples of stressors outside the person include economic pressures, social or personal changes, difficult work environments, and interpersonal conflicts. Factors within individuals that influence stress include personality patterns, patterns of thinking and acting, unrealistic expectations, unmet needs, and genetics. There are 4 stages to the physiological stress response. The first stage is a stimuli from one or more of the 5 senses is sent to the brain. The brain deciphers the stimuli as a threat or non-threat, the fight or flight response. Stage 3 is the hormones are secreted that make physiological changes to your body. The body stays activated or aroused until the threat is over. Stage 4 is the stage of physiological calmness once the threat is gone. Stress can cause an array of different physical and emotional symptoms. Some physical symptoms of stress can be tightened muscles, rapid heartbeat, rising blood pressure. Some symptoms of emotional stress can be anxiety, depression, and nervousness. The 3 stages of stress response are: first, the alarm stage. This is when your body releases adrenaline into your body and activates the fight or flight response. The second stage is the resistance stage. Your body adapts to the continued presence of the stressor and activates a high energy load. The final stage is the exhaustion stage. This is when you cannot keep up with the demands and your resources are depleted. This is your chronic stress. When your body is exposed to chronic stress for long periods of time, it can inhibit one's health. The fight or flight response is a reaction to stress because it involves a survival mechanism, enabling people or other mammals to react quickly to life-threatening situations. This instantaneous sequence of hormonal changes and physiological response helps someone to fight the threat off or flee to safety. As your heart rate, blood pressure, metabolism increase, your thought process, concentration, and immune system decrease. People can learn techniques to counter the stress response, such as the relaxation response, to counter the fight or flight response. The relaxation response may help people to counter the toxic effects of chronic stress by slowing breathing rate, relaxing muscles, and reducing blood pressure. Examples would be meditation, deep breathing exercises, yoga, or prayer. What does research say about stress and smoking? People smoke cigarettes to regulate emotion and relieve negative emotion. Frequently mentioned reasons for cigarette smoking was stress reduction and relaxation. Stress from life events is thought to be one of the important factors of smoking motivation. Stress decreases the ability to resist smoking. Smokers have higher anxiety traits than non-smokers. How does stress impact our pivoters? Cigarettes contain nicotine and psychoactive or mood-altering drugs. When a person smokes, nicotine reaches the brain in 8 seconds and causes the release of a chemical called dopamine. Dopamine can cause feelings of pleasure and relaxation and sensation the body craves again and again. However, during these feelings of perceived relaxation, the body is actually experiencing increased stress. Blood pressure and heart rate increase, muscles become tense, and less oxygen is available to the body and the brain. How is smoking linked to our pivoters' emotions? Smokers often report that cigarettes help relieve feelings of stress. The stress levels of an adult smoker are slightly higher than those of non-smokers. Adolescent smokers report increased levels of stress as they develop regular patterns of smoking, and smoking cessation leads to reduced stress. Far from acting as an aid for mood control, nicotine dependence seems to exacerbate stress. This is confirmed in a daily mood pattern described by smokers, with normal moods during smoking and worsening moods between cigarettes. Apparent relaxant effects of smoking only reflects the reversal of the tension and irritability and developed during nicotine dependence. Dependent smokers need nicotine to remain feeling normal. When pivoters mention that they are stressed, how can we as coaches help them? As coaches, we want to help pivoters understand what makes them feel stressed, then prepare for it. Know what causes stress and make a plan to positively work through that stress. Help people stick to their goal of becoming and staying smoke-free. Make a list of situations that make you feel stressed. There are some things that may catch you by surprise, but being ready is important. Make a list of activities you will do when you feel stressed. Remember to use activities that promote your health and well-being and avoid negative coping strategies. Here are some examples of tools and strategies to help our pivoters work through stress. You can ask your pivoters a few questions, like what hobbies or activities do they enjoy doing that help relieve stress? What are some things you could do besides smoking to deal with your stress? You could also ask them if they're open to brainstorming ideas to help manage their stress. Help them come up with a list of 3 to 5 activities that they enjoy doing that promote their overall health and well-being.